Hello, everybody. I am SunPsychic Jean, and please welcome Ginny B. Hi, Ginny.
Good day to everyone.
Thank you for being here. Happy Sunday morning. I love that we're up and we're raring to go. I have a beautiful Sunday planned for everybody, and it's sun shining here, so you catch me in a good mood. You never know. I don't know if you ever saw me not in a good mood, but it's rare.
Uh,
So I uh, I really enjoyed watching. I'm not sure if anybody had caught Gerald from Tarot Stash. He had a 5-year channelversary, and it was a beautiful
wow.
collaboration. And that was a lot of fun to watch. I was not. I had inadvertently scheduled a live show at the same time. I didn't realize it. So I wasn't able to partake, but I did watch it. And, it's like a day and a half later that you catch up with these things, you know? hmm hmm
There's a lot right now to stay caught up on. Everybody's
Yes.
shows have been really excellent.
Yes. Yes, they have. And yeah, it's really great having a lot of fun. And it is 2026. There's a lot of new opportunities and a lot of things, a lot of new ideas that I have coming in. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that all plans out. Today, what we're
Exciting.
going to do is we just ask that you post your questions in caps and use emojis. The questions will be chosen at random. We will be taking personal questions, and just like the old school, I know that we've been using the random generator a lot, but today we're just going to go back to old school. And hi, Sandra D. Hi, just visiting. And Mary Kay
Uh,
Lim, nice to see you. CJ, nice to see you. And just visiting said feels like she just got up and having her morning coffee. I don't know how you do it, just visiting. What is it? I guess it's 9 a.m. over there. Okay. She's on the West Coast there. I hope you have beautiful sunshine as well. So nice to see you, Gwen. Nice to see you. Uh-huh. Yeah, and a lot of people have questions about 2026. And I was just listening to a podcast with Ann Tucker. Do you know who Ann Tucker is? She's the lady who channels the angels, and she was just
I've heard
interviewed. hmm
I've heard the name, but I don't know that I've ever watched her.
hmm And she had some really beautiful messages coming through. She was interviewed by Emilio Ortiz, and she was saying that she channels I want to make sure I get this right. The mother of creation, and it's part of her beings that she channels as well as the angels. And they were talking about the newness of tolerance. And tolerance isn't accepting something. It what we understand it to be is accepting something that we don't like, accepting it anyway, and or something that we don't prefer and accepting it anyway. That's what tolerance is in the majority of applications. But she's saying that tolerance will be to allow others to be on their journey and not to hold judgment and to not allow that to
Hmm.
um, influence you in any way. And this is the tolerance of allowing others to be on their journey and learn their own lessons, even though we know that's not of the highest good for all. And so, and that was like this big ask. And this is like the big energy that we're being asked to participate in right now. And I was really, really feeling that. It was, it was, it was impactful for sure. I just wanted to share that. hmm Angel up above is here. Mr. J is here. Oh, thank you. Just visiting. Yes. I had two people, I have to let you know, Jenny. I think I'd like to maybe do a periodic love readings only, and not just around Valentine's Day. Maybe Valentine's Day I'll kick it off, and then every other month I'll do like a love reading kind of a event. I had two people that came back and told me that I told them that they would find their um, unconditional love, lifelong companion within this certain amount of time. And they one emailed me and the other one booked me again. And she said, I came back to you because you told me I would meet him, and I did. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I know. And I think that's wonderful. And, you know, it's 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 really it's really in the air right now for us to be able to make our own choices and to co-create our own lives.
Right.
And yeah.
I like
uh
co-create. I think that that's an excellent building block word to we co-create. Whatever,
mhm mhm
whatever relationship, even with ourselves, we co-create.
yep, absolutely, with our higher self and our
Hmm.
spirit uh, uh um
Hmm.
energy and this physical energy. So just visiting said, I just got this same message in a download for myself. Wow. Maybe you were connecting to the mother of creation, mother of all creation. And it's just, it was really, you know, how you can listen to a podcast and you're like, yeah, but then there's something that like, it just
Hmm.
really stands out and changes.
Hmm.
You can feel the frequency of the energy change around the information sometimes. And,
Hmm.
you know, I'm just a junkie. I'm always listening to something.
I think there's a lot of us that are junkies and we don't need treatment. We just need more content.
Mhm, mhm. And I think, you know, focusing on learning and expanding and building your awareness and, you know, finding things that are inspiring. And, you know, these things are like my lifeline. And it really just helps me
Mm,
to reconfirm that, you know, why I'm here and what I'm doing, and expanding on that. So I just I'm always like a lifelong learner for sure. All right. So let's go ahead and get started. I see Sandra D is here, and then we'll go to just visiting, and then we'll go to Gwen because I need to um, warm up a little bit there, Gwen. So we'll go to for mediumship, it takes a little bit. Okay. So Sandra D. Let's go to just visiting and then Sandra D and then Gwen. How's that?
okay.
Because coming off the very first reading with a mediumship takes a lot of energy. It takes a lot of focus, and I really need to raise my frequency and my alter my state of consciousness to allow your loved ones to come in. I really need to generate and build that energy around. So when I'm
Mhm.
connecting to spirit and connecting to the flow and the other realms in order to do um, other readings, it helps me to build that energy. All right. So, just visiting would like to know how will the first half of 2026 go for all my projects, right? Uh, uh, just visiting says she sees Ginny's aura. Mm-hmm. It, I like that too.
Thank you.
So, as I was saying in the beginning of the day or in the beginning of the show about co-creation, is what I feel is coming around for you. Just visiting, you may that it's a ripe time for you to collect your ideas and your inspirations, um, and um, preparing for the execution of the delivery of your project. But there may be a longer planning time than you had expected. I do see more planning, and like the timing is you're going to feel either pulled back or drawn towards of when it's time to actually, you know, present this project. So, how about you, Jenny?
Can I just say ditto?
Really? Really?
Now, well, okay, and I'll explain this every time that we're together, and everybody that's been here before will remember this. That I'm pulling cards even before Jean gets started, and then as she's talking, so I'm not listening to her except peripherally here. And inevitably, there is a validation. So everything is as it should be. Would be the message that I would give everybody when they listen to the two of us together. Um, the first card that came out is the globe, possibility. So you have a lot of possibilities in your project, which is why you have projects. You have a plural there. So you're a very creative person. You have a lot of ideas. But, and the crow says wrath. And I see this as there's going to be just some disruptions. Things aren't going to go the way that you think that they should because you have a plan. When we have a project, we have a plan, right? But sometimes that's not the way it should go. And so when you get to this frustration part or things aren't going the way it is, you need to just to take a deep breath, a little bit of a breath. Literally, this is how these are coming out, right? And see where this is, because you're going to come out with a better idea. Whatever your project is, you need to let it sit and then relook at it again. And then the Ace of Fire, White Tiger, a wonderful new opportunity presents itself. So don't be married to too attached to your idea of what your projects should be. It's all malleable, and out of something you're thinking now, you might come up with a better idea. It may have come as a surprise, but you still want to leap into action. So once you get that aha, then jump on it. So overall, I think that in the first half of 2026, you're going to see much change and moving forward in whatever those projects are. You just have to stay away from being too rigid on how it should go.
I agree. That's very well said. And that was my same sentiment. That was what I was feeling. You may have like a baby project or not. I don't want to say plan B because it's not instead of. It's almost like this one's ready before I thought it would be. And this one that I thought would be ready isn't quite done percolating. So you may have to, do a switcheroo. But follow your inspiration. Like Jenny said, you may need to set something down for later because you feel inspired to do and something else that's more impulsive. So good for you, just visiting. She said, very interesting, and I can pivot when needed. Excellent.
My projects for the new year is actually to get my house dusted. I'm in admiration.
Yeah. Hi, Carolyn. Hi, Nathan. Hi, Shine Truth. And Amelia, thank you all for coming in. Johanna, nice to see you. Seashells in the sky, nice to see you. Douglas Kirby, everybody's joining in. Barbara Hart Love, nice to see you. I think I got everybody. Thank you all for joining us. And thank you, Just Visiting, for being the first in. Next, we have Sandra. After Sandra is Gwen. And Sandra would like a message from her mom, Patricia. Your mom wants you to know that she's she's very well taken care of. She is safe and she is at peace. She wants you to know that there is no need to worry. about her or to wonder about her. She's saying that she wants you to let go of those concerns that you may be thinking about, and she wants you to sort of switch your focus and work on your happiness and your life. She's saying she is watching over. She does see what's happening. She is with the angels. And she's saying that there's a glorious celebration on the other side, that they are rejoicing. And I don't say these words, so I'm not sure she was religious, but she's saying they are rejoicing, and it's almost like the anticipation of, like, they can see that we're going to come to a bright light or an awareness, and they can see that where we're heading and what's going to happen, and they're overjoyed with anticipation, and they're cheering us on, saying, keep going, you know. But that's what she wants you to know. She's a really big cheerleader for you. She's very happy and joyful and loving. And she wants you to know to let go of any of those worries or doubts that you may be thinking about, and that she's at peace and safe. And that's what is maybe what you're looking to. She wasn't religious. Well, now that's the words that she wants to share. So. All right. So how about you, Miss Ginny?
What I have is, she says, your rules are for you to establish and to break, to quit. I have the sense from what was coming through to me is that there is this, you're hanging on to a way of doing something because that's the way she did it. And you are reluctant to change that because you think that you honor her by staying with an established way of doing something. And this could be anything: how you set the table, how you cook, how you fold clothes, how you interact with people, how you love, how you give, or whatever. And she says, you got to do you. You have to do you. That the well buts in your life need to be modified. Well, but what? Well, but what? That it's a matter of a protection for yourself that you're doing. She sees that. That's why she's there and helping you with that. And that honoring her is not replicating these old things or ideas, what you think is how she did it or why she did it. It's to form your own, building on what you learned from her. And that you should open your heart, not just a little, all the way, and let love come down. I hope some of that resonates for you.
That's a beautiful message. I think it's what we're all working towards, you know. Mm-hmm. Hi, Merit. Maarit. I'm just going to call you Merit. Nice to see you. Thanks for coming. And also, the Crone Zone is here. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining us. Must be early where you guys are. I love coming on early. All the early birds. And Gwen is here, and she would love to have a message from her mom, Frances, better known as Frank. So, Gwen, just let us know that you're still here. And then after Gwen is CJ. And then Douglas. Mhm. Yep. CJ's here, but they went. Yes. Okay. Thank you. I feel like she had some traditions, traditional, and that's very vague, but this is what's coming through. I'm not sure if she was first generation American here, or if she just had heavy traditions from a different country, is what she's showing me. And she's showing me that she was stubborn and strong-willed, small but mighty, and there wasn't anything she couldn't do. And she's saying she wants you not to remember her what in her frailest point. She wants you to remember her at her greatest, strongest point. She knows, she feels, I feel like you may feel that she is your inspiration, and she wants to honor that and thank you for that, but she wants you to know that you are her inspiration. She's saying that you have done so much more than she could ever do, and that she wants you to know how much that she loves you. She may not have been able to tell you that closer to the end. And she wants to thank you for the care and the difficult decisions that you had to make towards the end. And I feel like I hear somebody saying that doesn't even look like my mother. Like it feels like you may have lost your mother before you actually lost her. I'm not sure if this is due to dementia or something, that she was sort of not quite herself towards the end. And she just wants to thank you for caring and showing her the respect and for sacrificing. she's showing me she's showing me herself cross-legged in a meditation style. I'm not sure if you meditate and you connect with her. It's unusual. And she's showing me her lungs. She's showing me lungs. I'm not sure if something had to do with her lungs. And she's showing me like the branches of the brachial tubes. Like she's just like how that branches out. I'm not sure what that has to do with it. And she just wants you to know that she's showing me a lot of green around her. She's very much healed. She's a good communicator. She's very much healed, and she's sending you healing as well, because it's very important that this burden that you are carrying with you, that you lift it as um, each day, a little bit each day, more and more, that you lift this burden from yourself, because it's keeping you from living your life to its fullest. It's not something that you'll let go of 100%, but she wants you to lift the burden, and to focus on what makes you happy. And I'm just going to stop there. These are long. I'm sorry, Ginny. Go ahead.
No, that's fine.
So
forgive the play on words, but this is her, not me. She says, frankly, my dear. And then she laughs uproariously and she says, you need to stop giving a damn. And it's more of take everything that Jean said and listen to that again, because it's we have a theme on messages again here, just the second question in, right? That it's don't internalize what you thought she was or why she did things. You've got to establish it your own. So I pulled cards, and it says, give your inner critique a vacation day. Be kind to yourself. So whatever it is that you have going on, that you are in self-doubt, self-criticism, self-anything, stop giving a damn and comparing yourself to other people, living or dead. And again, I'm going to say it. You be you. You do you. And the letting go deck says, as we relinquish a negative, suppressed feeling from all the programs we have internalized, they are automatically replaced by higher ones. If you want to get a screenshot of that, I'll put that up and then you can go back at the recording and take a screenshot. On the back side, it says, when our inner feelings are of peacefulness, serenity, tranquility, stillness, openness, and simplicity, the effect on others is to increase their awareness along with our own and to give them a greater sense of freedom, perfection, unity, and at oneness with ourselves. And I'll put that up too. In other words, as you do you and stay in that positive and release this self-judgment or whatever it is that you are carrying, only you know the truth of what she's talking about, is that then the others around you will follow through with you. And you don't have to address it. You model it, and that energy that you will exude heals them also. Even strangers. You carry that into the stores with you. Just saying.
Wonderful. Thank you, Ginny. And Gwen, just let us know if any of that resonated with you. It really does help. Hi, literary lady. And Hinda is here. Amelia Anderson and Secret Charla. Very nice. Nice to see everybody. So I'll watch for Gwen's feedback. And in the meantime, we'll move on to CJ and Doug. You're welcome, Gwen. So CJ would love a message about her current stressful situation. Hi, Pixie. Well, the first thing I heard as soon as I tapped in was "This too shall pass." It's almost like something that came around, something that you dealt with once before, and it's coming back around again. And it's about you standing up for your rights, I feel, and not allowing others to sort of manipulate the situation or dominate the situation. I do feel as though I feel like you're holding on to this resistance that they're saying, go to the blue square, go to the blue square. And you're like, there's no way I'm going to the blue square. There's no way. And you're like, I don't like the blue square. The blue square isn't what I want. The blue square isn't right for me. I would never go to the blue square. And instead of saying, and moving on to the orange circle, like just go about your business and don't give them the satisfaction of your resistance or your connection or your attention or your focus, and trust and say, angels, please help guide me. Angels, please show me the best way out of this for myself, and trust that you're going to be led. And it's not like ignoring or sticking your head in the sand. It's not giving them the energy of your resistance. So, yeah, it's definitely something that you have to pay attention to, but try and let them know that's not for me. And that's it. Like, that it's about your preference. It's about you taking your power back, and you're not going to allow that to happen. And whatever come what may, from the result of you standing up for yourself. That's what I feel. How about you, Miss Ginny?
Well, just microseconds before Miss SunPsychic Jean says the word resistance, this fell out of my deck. Resistance.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
That's what I said. So kind of a double thing there is to sit and look at the stressful situation, right? And one of the first cards that I picked was about routine. There's a routine that's going on. Jean actually spoke to that. Is this something that you've done before? But what I heard and wrote down is that think of this as you've got a radio, one of those old fashioned things that we used to listen to, the radio where you had the dials rather than the buttons, and you need on anything, but turn down the volume in your head so that you can hear what's really going on. So there's all this stuff that's going on. You have your past experience, your past expectations, your past disappointments and stuff with this and this. And so that's why you have the resistance, because you think you know what's coming. And of course, we don't know the details of what your thing is. So you have to be creative in how you look at this. But turn down the volume and look at this again. And what is really going on? Is this a routine situation? Are you being resistant to it because you're afraid? Or maybe it's their resistance as you analyze this, right? The garden deck says hidden depths. You may only see the surface, look beyond. So again, the same message is rather than reacting in the same way to the stressful situation as you have acted with other stressful situations, figure out how to respond to it. Reaction and response, right? And the first card that I actually picked before we even got into discussion was speak up and speak out. And this might be even just speak up and speak out to yourself first. Let your voice be heard loud and clear. So whatever, if you have resentment or disillusionment or whatever it is, again, we don't know what the situation is. And you need to talk to somebody. You need to talk to somebody, whether it's yourself, whether it's somebody who has nothing to do with the situation. Because if, there's some situations you don't want to just, go stir the pot and stuff with the situation, because that's an individual for what you're discussing. But line it out, define it out, and look at it dispassionately. Do an analysis. That's kind of what this routine would be, is what is really going on. Turn the volume down, look at it from the outside, and then what do you see? And you might see that you need to either go to the orange square or suggest that everybody go to the yellow square. I hope that helps.
Yeah. And she said, yeah, learning to trust. Mm-hmm.
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 And
That
trust
you'll
yourself.
be guided. Yeah. Guided.
Yep.
And detaching that connection and that resentment, and letting go of control and letting your spirit guides guide you, and angels. Beautiful, CJ. All the best to you. Thank you very much for your question here. And after CJ is Douglas Kirby, and after Douglas is well, is the Crone Zone. Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, you bet.
All right.
So we have Douglas.
All right. Douglas says, may I please get a reading? Oh, energy reading for Douglas. Douglas, you have a huge heart, mister. You have a huge heart. You're kind and thoughtful, generous, and concerned and compassionate. And you don't give yourself the credit. of the magnitude of your light. I do feel as though you're a light worker. You're here to share the frequency and vibration. I see a white dove flying or soaring. You know how a bird will soar with its wings spanned, with a wingspan out. I don't know how to, soaring instead of flying is what I mean. And it's a white bird. It could be like a gray hawk as well. But I see you having a great perspective and understanding, yet perplexing situations um, and circumstances. And you you want to be, you're like, I'm done learning my lessons. I want to be working on developing my own soul's journey, and you really just want to get on with it. And you're wondering, why do I keep coming up with these roadblocks? And you're saying, haven't I paid my dues? Haven't I learned all my lessons? And what they're saying is, these are just reminders of how strong you really are, and that you can recover and remedy the situation quicker and with less suffering each time they come up. So each time they come up, it's less and less and less of the suffering and more of the trusting. They want you to trust and let go and to follow. And that's why these, but you are well on your way on your journey, and yet you're still wondering why these roadblocks come up. But they're not for very long. It's not like they're testing you, it's that they're giving you another opportunity for you to learn the lesson in a different way. And that's what I have for you, Mr. Doug. I hope that was helpful.
Okay, Douglas. You're sitting on a whole lot of creativity, a whole lot of talents, but you notice there's nobody in the room. You have to engage with whatever that is. So I don't know whether you're into art or literature or just metaphysical arts, the cards, the gift of, but you have a lot that's sitting there, but you're reluctant to let it. You know you do, but you don't want to say you do, because then people will think that you know you do, and then you have to do something with it, and then you have to be responsible for it. Am I kind of getting this right? Because this is like coming in, and it's just kind of like you wanna, but you don't wanna. You have a trouble, and this commitment card is upside down. So you're having whatever it is whatever it is. And it could be more than just the creativity to make a commitment to it, because the wells. But you are needed. Someone is in need of your love, your talent, your presence, your being, your advice, just being there with somebody. And so you need to offer it to them, and you need to offer it to yourself first. But you can't sit at home thinking you want to be part of the world. You have to go out into the world, or out into whatever it is that you need. And out of the affirmation deck, or the deck, the law of attraction deck, is my creative power. There's that word again. So maybe your creation is working with people, having the right thing to say at the right time. My creative power lies in this moment. Whether you are thinking about something happening now, or something that happened in your past, or something you would like to happen in your future. You are doing the thinking now. And is this present thought vibration the law of attraction is responding to? Therefore, your power is to create is in the now. So good luck on the new stuff that you have yet to understand that you're going to do.
Mm-hmm. And he's saying that he's hoping for his dream life will start this year. And that's what I was saying. These roadblocks will continue. You can still work on those,
Yep.
but
Do it anyway.
it's not later. It's now. If you want the dream life to begin, make this choice here today now. That it starts here now. And don't it's almost like we label it like our dream life will be no roadblocks, our dream life will look like we're accomplished. No, our dream life looks like how we are now. Be who you want to be now. And this is your dream life now. And make this your dream life, you know? All the best to you, Mr. Doug. And I love the huge heart that you have as soon as I tuned into your energy. Okay, so next we have Priscilla. Priscilla, would you mind just letting us know that you're still here? And after Priscilla is Mr. J and then Seashell. You're welcome, Douglas. Aw, thank you, Shine Truth. And Selma is here. Hi, Selma. Nice to see you. Okay. Thank you, Priscilla. And Jackie Johnson is here. Hi, Jackie. I'm just, yeah, here it is. Okay. Priscilla said, may I have a message from my sister, Sherry, please? Thank you, Seashell. She has similar energy to you, Priscilla, and she doesn't want to overwhelm me. And she is like tiptoeing in and just like sort of peeking through. She doesn't want to bring me all of her, you know. She wants to gently come in. And she's saying, I love you so much, sis. She's saying you're very courageous. And she's saying that we communicate on a daily, but it's always lovely to have somebody else bring through this information for validation. And she's saying, trust yourself. And she wants you to go. She wants you to go where no man has gone before. She said, trust yourself. You have much more work to do here in this world. And it's not necessarily work. It is opportunities. It is joy. It is expansion. And she's saying you may feel like you energetically, you just don't have the stamina. And she's saying you will be ignited again. And that you have much more to do here in this world. She's also showing me like a Bengal tiger. And she's just saying, thank you for thinking of me, for keeping me in your heart, for keeping me close. And she's watching over the family. She's working on helping the family, sending blessings, working on the assistance as much as she possibly can. I feel like she is, she's not necessarily assisting, but she's sort of keeping other influences out of the way so that whatever is going on can unfold on its own. She's like sort of protecting and sort of keeping a safe zone for whatever needs to unfold. And she's saying this is where her energy can work the best. It's like her protective and she wants you to know, practice what you preach. She doesn't want you to worry. She doesn't want it to bring down your energy. She's saying that there is a balance, and she just wants to remind you. She's showing me somebody who wears glasses down on their nose, down here. Did she wear reading glasses down on her nose? But she's very matter of fact and straightforward, just like you. She has your same sort of an energy. And I'm just going to go ahead and stop there. I could keep going. How about you, Miss Ginny?
I pulled out of the a fairy deck that I have, and it says, "Your wish is granted. What you've asked for is coming true." So hold that, because I think that is one of the big things, is that when you know that you're supported. And it's nice, but it's nice to have that confirmed. But what I got directly from her was Sherry Baby by the Four Seasons, and which is kind of obvious, again, a play on words. You are beloved. Oh, no, I'm going to cry. Uh, there is so much love and support for you. And I get the feeling that there's this little chink in the mortar that sometimes you wonder, and then you cover it up and you go on, because you are such a powerful spirit. And so I'm thinking about, Sherry Baby, which is happiness, and Sherry Baby and beloved and all of that. But it's her song for, I mean, the connection between you. But then it came up, Big Girls Don't Cry, which is also another, Ricky Valley. And it's kind of like, and she says, Big Girls Don't Cry. She says, that's a bunch of nonsense. That's just nonsense. Cry when you need to cry, but sometimes we cry in joy. We can cry in fear. We can cry in sadness. We can cry in grief. We can cry in all of those things, but embrace the tears in life. That is, it's just part of what we are, and it's how we release pressure. And it's just part of our system. There's nothing wrong with crying. It actually, there's a different chemicals in when we cry in joy than we cry from grief. I was just reading that last night, by the way. And then the garden cards say, twilight, surrender to the last hour when the light barely touches the flowers. So again, more of living within the moment, and to tune into the times that you have a sense of recitance, that you're just a little bit because it would be a normal thing to do, and that it's okay, because that's part of the moving and the going forward. But she's just, and if she wants to make me go back to the Four Seasons. The Four Seasons was the band, right? Is that the cycle of things to go through the seasons, and that we cycle through a lot of different things, from health and joy to grief to birth to death to adventures to all of those things, to accept the cycles that are in your life, and to know that what goes around will come back around, and that all is as it should be. And that I just get shivers and chills, and this beloved, you are beloved.
It's beautiful, Ginny. Beautiful. Well, thank you very much, Priscilla, for your question, and for Sherry coming through so sweetly, so strongly. Oh, yeah. I love that, Ginny. There was so much. She said, Sherry Baby, oh yes, brought me to tears. And thanks, Ginny. She loved the Four Seasons band too. She was beloved too. Aw. Yeah, that was beautiful reading, Jenny. That was amazing. I loved it. Thank you again, Priscilla. After Priscilla is Mr. J is here, and after Mr. J is Seashell. Mr. J says, what's the best way to shield from toxicity? Maintain boundaries when I'm obligated to engage with people who mean to try and manipulate me. Don't give them the satisfaction, Mr. J. They're don't play their game. Call them on it. Do you know Jefferson Fisher? Jefferson Fisher is he's actually a lawyer that is able to cut through people's behavior with language. Like, did you mean to say that to me? Like certain words and certain, like holding your boundaries and letting them know that you can see what they're doing and that you're not going to play their game, not to engage. And as frustrating, and I can see that it causes you much anger and emotion. And this is what they want, is to invoke that emotion and get you angry and get that reaction out of you. And you're not going to give them the satisfaction. You're going to let them know that you can see the game that they're playing, and you can you're not engaging with it. It's like juvenile. And I understand the toxicity. Let me just tap in a little bit more for you. Yeah, it's about perspective, Mr. J, and it's about understanding who you are and why you are doing what you're doing, and knowing that your integrity is true, and not allowing anybody to taint that or to manipulate that. And I understand that these people may have a more authority than you might. It's almost like it's a way for you to determine your own self-worth and your own self empowerment, and where you stand in your own self empowerment, and what you tolerate and what you will not tolerate. And it's not about blaming them or pointing the finger at them. It's about stating what it is that you prefer. I will not be spoken to in that manner. That's all. Not about you said something wrong. I can't believe you. It's not about blame. It's not about pointing the finger. It's about stating who you are and what you will tolerate. And it goes back to the very beginning of the show, tolerance, right? But I will send you. I'll put in this. Yeah, I'll put Jefferson Fisher's link in the chat here when after this, and see what Ginny has. Ginny, go ahead.
They ruffle your feathers on purpose because you have what they don't have. Only you don't know you have it. Because, and I have the sense here that, how do I want to say this? This is not it's not that it's a common thing, but you've come across this before in your life. So you have been kind of put in positions in your family and your growing up, would be my sense. And I could be all wet, but somewhere along the line that you were othered. You were spoken to in a manner that was gaslighting, that made you have less confidence in yourself. And I sit here at as being a septuagenarian plus, and it took me a long time to learn it wasn't me, it was them, and it was their jealousy of me. And if I can be put in a place that they can handle, then they feel good, right? It speaks to their disabilities for themselves, which doesn't make it easy to handle because you still got to be there and stuff with them. So the first message that came up for me when Jean read your questions are shields up. The working on your energy and the strength of your energy, and I don't mean as in to repel, but to prevent somebody from coming in, that you can actually, with your auric energy, keep people at bay physically. Now, I'm not saying you need to become offish, but that you need to, by your very stature of being and how you hold yourself, how you hold your head, and you're not condescending, you're just going to be you and to be honest. And if you stand tall, no matter what your true height is, right? Is if you just look like you have presence, a quiet presence, then they kind of change how they respond. It's again back to a phrase I've used before today, is that you to practice the art of responding rather than reacting. And sometimes our reaction is just to freeze up, to feel bad, to internalize that stuff, rather than to come up with, well, that's an interesting perspective. Now you have to practice these things, just like Jean said, and to read these things. But once you get into it, it becomes a natural part of who you are. But if you have always been a nice, accommodating person, it's going to be hard for you to do that. You just have to know that it's okay to be the strength that's in the room. I was listening to a guy from Canada last night, and he was talking about when he was overcoming his alcohol addiction, and he would get all flustered and this and that. He learned the art of that's interesting. That when he had a visceral response to something, when he had that emotional response, to stop and say, that's interesting. Why do I feel that way? And to analyze where that comes from. Because the more you know about yourself and how you come to feel that way, then the greater strength you have. And then their strength decreases, because that's how these lessons unfold. Because you've got it, Mr. J, and you just have to accept it and own it. I'm done.
Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that. Beautiful reading there, Ginny. All the best to you, Mr. J. Thank you so much for your question and
Yes.
trusting us. And yeah, I would definitely check out Jefferson Fisher. He's extremely helpful in those situations. And the language and the position that he teaches is very empowering. And it really reduces the emotional charge and de-escalates the rise. I don't have my words right now. The intensity. It reduces the intensity, and it really does, like, just takes the air out of their sail, and they
It
just
gives
know
you the
that.
skills. It gives you the
Yeah.
skills. It's a
Mm-hmm.
skill.
Mm-hmm.
I have to check him
Yeah.
out.
And I know you're very kind and you're cooperative and you want to help people, and this is why they're, they want to try and abuse that, your kindness. Oh, you're very welcome, Mr. J. Thank you for being here. Seashell in the Sky is here, and she'd love a reading if possible. I've been sensing Mother Mary love lately. Ooh, good. I hear it's you. You, the divine feminine aspect of yourself, is coming forward and empowering you. It's not the other. There is no power in the other. There is only a likeness and a example. The power lies within you, Seashell, and this is the aspect, the divine feminine aspect in yourself, that she's coming to remind you of. There is no power outside of you. It all is within you, and there is no righteousness. There is no right or wrong. There is no being good or being good enough or worthiness. It's about developing that divine aspect of yourself and honoring it, developing it, sort of like being it, and co-creating with it, inviting it in, getting to know the frequency and vibration of this higher vibration, and it's a different and a new vibration, not higher being better, just a different. Um, and it's inviting you to come out of that density of, the 3D. I feel it's she's guiding you through your own evolution, your own transformation. I do feel like it's almost like she's reminding you of what power you have inside. And that's what I have. So Ginny, let's see what Ginny has to say.
Ditto. I pulled from an animal tarot deck, and it's the Queen of Fire. Talented, brilliant, independent, and charming. The
Wow,
Persian
really?
cat. Don't underestimate your ability to manifest your dreams. You may have several priorities vying for your attention at once, but you can do it. So own it, girl. Sit proud, sit tall, sit in that throne, right? So this would be like the Queen of Wands in a regular deck. So I pulled then from the Law of Attraction, which seems befitting Mother Mary card. I used the Law of Creation deliberately. The law of creation has two important parts: the desire for the creation and the allowing of the creation. Whether you are thinking of what you desire or the lack of what you desire, the direction of your thought is your choice. The law of creation goes to work upon whether you are thinking about it. So relax. Delight in a powdered gold sunshine.
That's beautiful,
Pretty
Ginny.
powerful messages for her, yeah.
And she says, okay, I'll try.
No, Yoda, do. There's no try. There's do or don't do.
She said, no pressure.
Well, there's no way you can fail. Just be.
Yeah. It's realizing that you are that cat on the throne. You are that
Yeah,
Queen of
yeah.
Wands. You are already that. And it's only you stepping aside out of your way in order for you to bring forth the optimal version of yourself and
Because it's a
allowing.
choice. Yeah.
It is a choice. hmm hmm It is a choice for all of us, and
Mhm.
it's a good message for all of us that there is a divine aspect of ourselves that is becoming more and more apparent and more uh, co-creative with us, and more and more guiding us, and for us it's this unworthiness that we've been taught and programmed for generations that
Yeah.
needs to be set aside because we all are valuable, worthy, and have um, um, I'm trying to think of the word. Um, Sorry, you guys. What does it mean? Sovereignty, sovereignty. What is like that ability to be who we are and without unapologetically, and that we're all equal, and that we're all in this opportunity, together. Sovereignty, I think, is what I'm trying to think of. Um, and it's important for us to step outside of that unworthiness and judgment and comparison that we've it's a habit that we've been taught, and a habit that we've been shown and displayed and provided an example, and now it's the time to move out of that and to become who we our own authenticity and who we truly are always meant to be. And it's about letting go and becoming, letting go and becoming. And it's not about ego, and it's not about better than anybody else. It's about realizing that the divine within us is already here, and we are already worthy, and to work from that energy forward.
Excellent message.
Sovereignty. Yeah, I can't say it. I think yes, the power. Thank you, Shine Truth and Tasha for this assist.
I can
Interconnectedness.
say it. I can't spell it.
Thank you, guys. You're very welcome, Seashell. Thank you for that question. That was very inspiring, and I love the awareness that you had.
Yes.
And it's important to understand that all of the power and all of the energy and all of the greatness is not outside of us. It's not this idol that we have. It's not this icon that we've been looking at. They are the example, but it's all within us. And they're showing themselves so that we can find that within us, not to search outside, but to search within. So we all have the ability, interconnectedness. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Ginny, do you have any parting words that you wanted to add?
I pulled a card for us from the Secret Garden deck, which is kind of apropos for the times. Change. As with falling leaves, embrace change. Maintain, and my message would be, we all, building on Jean's, is that we are the agent of our own lives. Never give up your agency.
Agency. Absolutely. Yep. That's for sure. Well, I will be back later on today at 2:00 Eastern, and I guess that's 11 Pacific, and with Daphne from Relax with Daphne. We're going to be doing some messages together. It's always lovely, lovely energy, her and I together. And I did a replay of one of our shows that we did on the tree energies. It was so much fun. And I just love Daphne, so I'm really looking forward to that. And please do come on back. I also have a members only live chat today later on after my show with Daphne. So I look forward to seeing all of the members there if you're available. Well, thank you again, everybody. We will see you again real soon. Thank you very much, Ginny.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a great time always. And thank everybody in the chat that was there or just watching and not chatting.
I know. And everybody watching later. Take care. Bye-bye.
Yes, bye.
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Your support is greatly appreciated. If you enjoy this content, hit like, share, and subscribe. Remember to click the bell to be notified of future videos. Thanks again. Bye.